Hey everyone, welcome to Side View, the podcast where artists, designers, storyteller talk about the journey behind the work, the part you usually don't see. Today we have got Saurav Singh with us, NID Andhra Pradesh graduate, and someone who has moved between gaming, branding, pop culture, like it's big one connected universe. He has worked across projects with BGMI, Budweiser, and has been seen in Gully Gang, worked with background artists at Crafton, and even contributed to the opening scene of Bhul Chuk Maaf. Welcome Saurav to the Side View. How are you feeling?
Hello, hi. Thank you for that introduction. I'm feeling good. How are you?
I am doing fine. It's been a hectic morning for both of us, I feel like now.
Yes. So, yes, what we do now?
Why don't you just start with a very quick introduction about yourself also? I feel like that a lot of people would love to know where you started from, where are you right now, and how did you even start getting into this field?
Okay. So, my name is Saurav Singh. I go by the artist name Drawnk. I'm an illustrator and a visual artist, and I also do pre-production for films, animation. And yeah, I have been doing freelance work from 2020, and I've made album covers, I've made backgrounds, pre-production comics. I've done everything as a freelancer.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, currently I'm working on a random different projects in the music industry or pre-production. Currently I'm also planning to do an event in Delhi, like to build a community and do events that supports the artist of Delhi. And it is a fusion of hip hop plus street art plus visual art. So yeah, that is one different thing that we are trying to bring in Delhi's culture. Yeah, these are the things that are happening.
That's great to know. Even yesterday, when I was just going through and doing a back research of how did you start and like the basic platform going through LinkedIn just to understand that where has your journey begun back in
Hmm.
2018, 2019. Did you always know that you wanna end up doing concept art or visual design or going into NID when you were a kid, like 8th, 9th, 10th, those kind of
Hmm.
classes?
I'll start from like when I got inspired to draw.
Mm-hmm.
So I was basically jealous from my brother. So he would be in fifth class, I guess, and I would be in third class, and I would see him painting from like Rangila colors, like Rangila watercolors, if you know. So वो 10 रुपए वाले जो होते थे. So
Mm-hmm.
I would be jealous because he wouldn't let me draw, he wouldn't let me use, and he'll if even if I'll use it, he'll just give me a tip of that color. So I was like, why is this guy like allowed to draw and like I am not? So I started getting jealous, and like I started sneaking and using those colors and started painting, drawing. And so yeah, and that's how I got interested in drawing. And I wasn't allowed to I'm coming from a very not that what lower class family. Like our family is the first one to like even come to the city and get their kids educated, and me
Mm-hmm.
being an artist, that was a very big thing. I would say I'm the first person in my family tree who is in the design or art field. So I wasn't like and there was not that much support for like me doing art.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then too, I was this, chup ke I used to draw, and like I would save money to buy stationery and draw. Like I will go into the washroom and I'll draw there because, yeah, it was quite serious also. And then my brother got into IT, so that pressure increased.
Oh.
Like you also have to do IT, you have to do something. So at that time, also somehow I continued to draw, but it was
Mhm.
very on and off because I was also
Mhm.
like I didn't wanted to make my parent upset, so I used to
Yeah.
study also. But for art stationery, everything, like I used to um struggle with that.
Mm.
So after when I prepared for IIT JEE exam, So I was good till like JEE mains, but after like advanced exam, I was like, I'm done pretending that I want to do this. I'll not do this. So I forced myself. Like I just went to the advanced exam. I slept. I got -1. Then my parents got to know uh, he doesn't want to do this. So like through my friend, I got to know about NID, and then I got into NID, and then I met lot of people. Like first time I got to know like I'm not the only one who has the ability to draw. There are much better people like around me in India only, just not in the
Mhm.
social media platform. Like there were
Mhm.
a lot of good people I got to know. That was the best thing. Like meeting people and like having a community of artists that who have the same interest, who
Mhm.
watch the same films, and like who wants to draw with you, who wants to spend time with you, like and respects art in general. So that what I got into an ID. Yeah. So that was my design journey, and yeah,
I
what
think
was
that's
the
great to know. Even when I used to be a kid, and same like I from a background, I have a medical and a engineering background. Like my mom's a teacher, my dad's an engineer, my brother's an engineer. So it was like
yes,
just a very Indian mentality that you have to be a doctor and engineer when you have
yeah,
come from a very like a tier 2 city or a tier 3 city, and you have now migrated to a tier 1 city, and you hope that
yeah,
everything at the end of it eventually ends up your kid becoming an engineer or a doctor, so-called
mm.
safer pathways for Indian parents. But I always used to fantasize how is it being in NID because I couldn't clear the exam. I gave my exam with a 10-day preparation, and I thought that okay, how hard it's gonna be, considering that we were preparing for IIT and I was preparing for NEET and I was just preparing for MBBS. And I also always used to think that NID is like the more and more I indulged into like just understanding that how people are there and how ambitious people are there, it kind of became a mecca for me also that I wanted to understand that how NID is from inside. How was it? How was the 4 years of being an NIDian for you?
An ID experience changed me a lot. Like I also had rough times also, and like I also met a lot of inspiring people, like
Mm-hmm.
whose work still inspires me, and like who also like are kind of a mentor to me.
Mm-hmm.
And like my NID experience, I'm from NID Andhra Pradesh, so
Yeah.
like I'm from 2020 batch,
Mm-hmm.
so mm there were a lot of faculties who came, like Gautam Chakrabarti, for example. Like he took like fortunately we got 3 courses with him, and like he totally changed the aspect of like storytelling for me, and
Mm-hmm.
like the films and documentaries, and like how he taught us narrative design. That was a very big thing. And similarly, like how different faculties came, like and we got the exposure to learn from these people. Like Dev Jyoti came, like Vaibhav came from Vaibhav Studios. Yeah, so we got to know a lot about animation and design. Yeah, and I don't think like every college has their own good and bad things. So NID
Yeah.
also has their negative, um, like not negative, like pros and cons. Like
Mm-hmm.
um, what I believe, like the con for the NID would be it's because that would be like we have very less time to explore.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's a course for 2 or 3 weeks, then we don't have time to finish the course. Like after the next week the another course starts, so like and then everyone has work in progress stuff, and after that it gets very um, difficult for the companies to hire
Yeah.
the designers or the artist.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, apart from that, like meeting other people was a very good thing that happened. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing that was a very big life changer for us in NID AP was like we didn't have a hostel, so like everyone was living on their own in a in
Yeah.
a in a what building called IGM society, yeah, society. called
Mm-hmm.
IGM. So like everyone from NID AP was living there, so it was kind of a community. So like if anything would happen, people will come together and like and they'll be together. Like they'll have meetings in the flats. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there would be no restrictions as what hotel that hostel has in
Mm-hmm.
other colleges, and it was good to work with like without any restrictions in IGM. Yeah.
That's nice. Even NID's curriculum, did you feel the jump after? So, like, one thing that a lot of my NID friends have told me again and again is the NID's curriculum is structured in such a way that people learn the foundation first and then level one, level two, level three, which a lot of other design colleges or tier two or tier three design colleges lack in general also. Like just for example, UPS was a great university for me. I also graduated in the same batch,
Hmm.
2020 batch. It was a great
Hmm.
university for me when it comes to networking people, but the curriculum was just not structured the way a person should be learning about design. That is what I've realized after talking to people like you and NIDians around me.
Hmm.
Was there any structural difference when it comes to learning about design also that you felt throughout the journey in those 4 years? Like just for example, from the first year, then when you started learning about sketching to the fourth year when you were actually making concept art and learning about how to implement those things in the like actual world as well.
So like what NID has been doing, and they have assignments and exercises from like
Mm-hmm.
a very long time, when these kind of concept art things and like weren't that much introduced in India. What I'll say, like they have their old ways of teaching the fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in the starting, in the like in the starting of the NID, those fundamentals were very important for us. Like for me,
Mm-hmm.
it was um, like we got to know about perspective and like the line quality and how we can experiment with different mediums, and like and that was the thing the first year was about.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like not directly it helps in the concept art and like the new field of design we have right now. But but what I believe, like for whatever the design is, if you like whatever the job, like artistic or creative job is, like if you know the fundamentals and like fundamentals to design and painting,
Mm-hmm.
then it would work for you whatever the field is. uh, that is the reason why like people from that era also are the
Mm-hmm.
directors and the directors, and they still work for the concept art of the new upcoming films,
Yeah.
just because they have strong fundamental skills and they are
Mm-hmm.
good with what they do. Yeah.
Hmm. That's good. So, like, do you also think that, like, before getting on to the next question, I actually wanted to ask you that you have worked in Bollywood as an animator, as a concept artist.
Hmm.
Like, how's it being different working with national clients, being a Bollywood or any other Indian client versus working with an international client? Because you have the exposure to both the sides now. Do
Yeah.
you see any difference when it comes to dealing with both of them? Firstly, secondly, the kind of timelines that they have given, and thirdly, the kind of monetization also that they have given. So, like monetary uh, remuneration, that just so say.
The biggest difference would be money. Like they pay good, international clients pay good, but
Mm-hmm.
and you have more freedom like working with international clients.
Mm-hmm.
um, I used to work on Fiverr
Mm-hmm.
like before AI, and Fiverr was a very good platform to get freelance work. And yeah, so you have a lot of freedom to to the work you do.
Mm-hmm.
And like working with the Indian clients, national clients, the thing is like the money is less and they have like mm, they're relying too much on AI. AI art. So like it is,
Yeah.
and you don't have a lot of freedom, and like yeah, you don't have a lot of freedom to work on the to do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and it is also the deadline thing. Like everyone wants, like most of the people that I get from, like, and the project that I get from India, like most of
Mm-hmm.
them would be like, we want this, like we have this project, we need to get it done by tomorrow. And yeah, and till tomorrow nothing would happen. It will take like, it will take a week at least to get it complete, just because they are very slow with the reviews. Yeah, there
With
are
Indian
up and
companies.
downs with both of them, but
That I think stays even when last time I was talking to Subodh about this. He's also an animator working out of like Paris right now, and he was also saying the same thing that Indians, I think, Indian clients in general, they don't get the concept of how long it takes to actually perfectly execute a project. So
hmm.
that is where the biggest lack lies in. And then, of course, the render. Do you also think that AI has changed the industry in some way or the other, like for a positive, for a negative, or just as an hand, like just as a catalyst to how things were before AI?
So before AI, like there was a certain respect for the work that you do,
Mm-hmm.
and like there was a certain bar for like what would be the like what would be the charges for an artist. But when the AI thing came, so like most of the stuff got like people started using AI. So like most of the average what I'll say, like the people who are coming from like just who are just graduating, or who are just learning, like who are just started doing like getting, like for example in album art, so who have
Mm-hmm.
just started making, so those kind of work like started getting taken by AI. So like yeah, I have seen, like earlier I used to charge like I will like I'll show my projects for with that. I'll also tell like what would be,
Yeah.
what was the amount that I charged, just
Mm-hmm.
to like just so that people knows like
Yeah.
what is the difference. So like earlier I used to um charge charge 20,000 for an album art, like basic
Mm-hmm.
album art, the starting price. Yeah, it was going good, but when this AI thing came, so like people are coming for like to do a poster for 1,300, 1,500. Like these
Yeah.
were the prices. Then they'll come like 5,000, they'll come, and they'll show you something that they have already generated from AI. They just want you to like fix it. So,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere that respect for the artist has gone. And
Mm-hmm.
like saying about the film industry, like every production house now have one AI house.
Yeah.
So like I also like got to work on some projects. So they rely on AI so much that they just don't want to think. They don't want the artist that they're hiring to think. They just want someone to like the work that they already have generated from AI to be on
Mm-hmm.
separate layers, so that they can work on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just like they're just stopping themselves to think. They are just talking as like chat gpt,
Mm-hmm.
some chat bot. So I don't think like it is going somewhere good.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen like there are some artists who are doing good like with AI art, but I don't support that also. I mean, it is
Mm-hmm.
good to see. I would love to see like a good outcome coming from that, but like but there on the other side there is a lot of exploitation also happening.
Yeah.
So for that, like I'm not a like I don't I'm not a fan of that thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would love to see like what creative people are doing, like
Mm-hmm.
if they like how will they use AI.
That's an interesting take on it. Even I think last week I was reading and I was sitting with all of my friends, and because like I have a lot of friends from the creative industry and we all do
Hmm.
this weekly jam on understanding that how AI is penetrating into the creative industry. And
Hmm.
there was this recent news that Walt Disney has also like sold out, not sold out, leased out their entire legacy to ChatGPT now. And I
Hmm.
felt like that the decision that they have taken out of their consciousness is just because they know that they cannot control the spread of AI. So even if someone won't be using their characters, Disney, like any character that Disney Universe or Walt Disney has made in the past, they think that they cannot control the fact that people won't be using it to generate their own avatars. So instead of doing that, they just succumb to the entire part of that. Okay, let's just lease it out and we'll see that, okay, if people are accepting it or not and what's the response being. And on the contrary, DC Universe, it's exactly
Hmm.
it is exactly being the opposite, saying that we just don't support AI at all.
Hmm.
We want
Hmm.
our artists to make something out of their own minds. We have built the entire legacy on the concept of storytelling and narrative storytelling, that
Yeah.
how you were saying. And both of these are two opposite part of the spectrums, where what
Hmm.
Disney has like just given into AI, and DC is saying that we are still here to fight. What do you think that in the future production houses of that level, maybe Disney, DC, Marvel Universe, all of these, do you think that AI is going to become a part of like their work structure, where all the, just for example, all the menial work that is getting done gets done by AI? Or do you think that storytelling will always have that upper hand, where people with imperfections in their drawings are going to be the future of it?
Like even if you apply for Disney, they'll be looking for someone who has already the style of Disney. So like
Yeah.
if they are putting that thing in in the stream of AI, so I don't think it matters that much. But it is
Mhm.
kind of like breaking the hearts of the other artists.
Mhm.
Like, oh, what are they doing? But yeah, like those imperfections are needed, like for a good storytelling.
Mhm.
Like if you read a story that is made by AI and like or or on the other hand you'll just hear a story from your one of your friend like who's like like stuttering and like telling the like experiences about
Mhm.
like whatever about his life, so that would be much more interesting, what I feel like. Yeah, I think those imperfections are needed, like because what AI is running is on data that like and that person is stealing from like everywhere
Yeah.
and like which has been already made. So
Mm.
it is working on the past projects.
Mhm.
And so because of that, like I think people would start like stop thinking and like will rely on this, and because of that, lot of creative, like a lot of stories would get um वो उतना आ नहीं पाएंगी, बाकी जो
Mhm.
स्टोरीज हैं जो लाइक वो हैव मच मोर पोटेंशियल, like
Mhm.
which are not that much perfect, and like yeah, those things will get like would be hidden, like क्योंकि सपोर्ट करने के लिए कोई नहीं है नहीं.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
True. I think at least that is true in the industry, that everyone right now has strong opinion against AI. That we just in general should be supporting someone who has made something from their mind. So just for example, you have a very unique art style, and a lot of people, including my entire team, is a big fan of your art. I don't think so that ever if AI will be able to replicate your work, even if it will be it will be able to replicate your work. It just cannot replicate the thoughts that you have for your next art piece. It can supplement you in maybe refining those imperfections, if you want to call them imperfections. But at the end of it, I feel like the thought and the story will always prevail over whatever AI can make, even in the far future.
Yeah, like it can only replicate like what how much post I have. Like currently I have 500 posts. Like in
Yeah.
the future, like if I'll be taking it to 2000 number,
Mm-hmm.
so it
Mm-hmm.
would just replicate from those 500 posts, and I can do it much better. Like what I feel.
I'm sure
I'm
about
not
that.
like I'm not like afraid of AI for my works. Like
Mm-hmm.
I make it traditionally. Like I guess traditional art industry would boom after
Mm-hmm.
like when this AI thing gets settled down. Like people when
Mm-hmm.
people get bored of just like those filters, Snapchat filters comes like where
Yeah.
you turn on the camera and then you will be old, or like so that it I feel it's just a trend, like when people will start getting bored, or like
Mm-hmm.
so I guess those people will start coming to creative people again.
Mm-hmm.
I think that. So yeah, I I I have a positive, like I think it would be better. in
Mm-hmm.
the future.
I think that that is a good take on it also. Like even a lot of my friends now, because people have become more and more aware. Like when we were both thinking about going into creative industry, most like I'm sure that neither of our parents know that what creative industry is. For them, design
Hmm.
or any other field like this was just a part-time job at that time. That okay,
Hmm.
someone do it as a hobby. And now that both of us are in the field, our parents are also more convinced that okay, you can make a good career out of it, like versus being a doctor and engineer. What do you recommend? Like, okay, because a lot of the audience who are going to be watching these podcasts are going to be people from ninth till college third year, fourth year, who are still figuring their way out into the industry or are deciding that whether they are good for being an animator or a creative person or a concept artist or not. What are the prerequisites? What are the things that you think a person should think about firstly before entering into the industry, and secondly, how can someone figure out that either they are a good fit for the industry or maybe design is not it's not something that it's made for them.
Design is something not made for them would be a very harsh take on, like, um, to say. I'll What I'll suggest is keep on working on your art. Like, there's a lot of free material, and like,
Mhm.
if you pirate stuff from internet, do that. Like, study
Mhm.
from wherever you get, like, and get some courses, and study from YouTube, study from, like,
Mhm.
a lot of YouTubers, like, have put in work for illustration, animation, and concept art. Like, you can check those people out.
Mhm.
Like, I used to study from Marco Bucci's video, and modern day James, Cynics Design. So yeah, these are some of the YouTubers who have helped me a lot, like, in my art journey.
Mhm.
So yeah, keep on working, like, get your fundamentals right, and get to know your industry. Like, keep on watching interviews, like, or talks that are happening, so
Mhm.
you are aware of what is happening. And
Mhm.
the important thing is also to know about the, like, most of the things, like, if for example the talks that are happening for, like, recently Lightbox Expo keeps on putting talks
Yeah.
about, like, uh, what is, like, uh, of which dev or like game design. So that is the international industry.
Mhm.
Also know about the what is happening in your country, like, where does it stand. So be in reality also, how you can grow, like, because you have to make a start, and like, from start, like, you have to take, like, Indian clients also. Like, I hope you get projects from outside also. So yeah, know, like, what is happening around you, or like, what kind of work the Indian clients ask, or like, Indian industry have.
Mhm.
And be aware, like, it is a very long journey. It takes time.
Mhm.
Like, you will be lonely around, like, working on it. You may don't have people to show that work, but I think you should be, like, you should be aware of that, and
Mhm.
it will, like, start coming all together when you, like, when, like, people start asking you for work, or like, when clients will started coming to you. And even if not, like, if you just know the, like, that feeling of after completing one artwork, and like, you're just continuously looking on it for days, and
Mhm.
like, you'll, yeah, you just keep on looking on, like, at that artwork. So that feeling is, like, just have look forward to that feeling. Like, if you make
Mhm.
one animation, you keep on looking at it, like, and it feels good. So
Mhm.
use that as motivation.
Mhm.
Yeah, keep working on your art.
Do you think also, like having the skill of sketching or illustrating becomes like a prerequisite for people who want to enter into the industry?
So it comes into fundamentals of drawing only.
Mhm.
There are a lot of people who doesn't have a sketchbook or do sketching that much. They just
Mhm.
but somewhere they have been drawing. So
Yeah.
like digitally also they have been making a lot of illustrations just
Hmm.
to get the fundamentals right. So
Yeah.
sketching is one of a practice
Hmm.
to like get those things right.
That's good to know. So even when I was in college, I always wanted to be a concept artist, but I was never good at sketching per se, I will say. Like I
Hmm.
used to have my unique art style, but it was not
Hmm.
very at that time, of course, it was not very refined up to that point because
Hmm.
I started sketching very late in my life. I didn't even know that what I want to do till later half of my 11th when I got to know that okay, medical is not made for me. I don't want to do this. Maybe I want to do something else. So I started sketching very late in my life, and even in my first semester, because we are Corona batch, and you might also
Hmm.
be able to relate with it that the entire first year of ours happened in Corona, and it was all
Hmm.
online. So
Yeah.
at that time, the lack of mentorship for me was so like evident that I was not able to even like know that what are the basic fundamentals of sketching and how should I approach these kind of a things. So in my first year of college, a lot of people also told me that you shouldn't go for a field like concept art or animation or fields like these because you don't have the innate skill of sketching, which now I realize that maybe I was wrong with it, maybe they were right with it. But yeah, like what are your opinions on it? Do you think that people should work on fundamentals for a longer time as compared to the stuff that comes after that, the level 2 or level 3 of like skill set?
Good thing takes time. What I'll say, uh, like you need to practice a lot. Like even if you see people who are like currently are well known in
Mhm.
the industry, they got to be well known in their 30s or like 35 or like 40 or like who are just still like nobody knows them, but their work is good or like or they're just still trying to get into that industry. So
Mhm.
you never know. Like the only thing is you need to keep on working for the like if you really love it, and if
Mhm.
you have other like second thoughts, then think about it. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to force yourself.
Mm.
But
That's
what
true.
else is just it takes time. It takes time.
Mhm.
It takes a lot of patience, and that's what I'm saying. Like it is a very long journey. You will get alone. You don't like you'll feel like you don't have a mentor, but you have to take those like steps. You have to show up. You have to be
Mhm.
disciplined about it. Like even if you are getting demotivated to make art, but then too you are trying, then of course like it will pay off. Like that's what I feel.
Mhm.
Like if you are working on it, then you will get projects, and like you will come up with good work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Like even I think for my first year, someone would have told me this, I would have been better off. But yeah, that's great to know. How do you even approach foreign clients? Like, just for example, if you want to work with a foreign client and you just don't have any, because I've heard that Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer.com, these are not really great platforms because of the abundance of artists there and the quality of the artists there, because they feel like that the good artist always gets buried down deep into the fifth, sixth, seventh page of the website. Like, do you think that they are actually a worthy platform for you to get freelancers, or is there any other tactic also that you use to get some good clients on board?
Best like currently as social media is booming,
Mm-hmm.
we can rely on Instagram or like other platforms
Mm-hmm.
so what I use is Instagram. So like I have been posting work on it from like 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't like most of the time I get work from there from that place or like through my contacts, like from whom I have worked with, or like yeah, we also have a group of AGIF, like it's an animators group, and
Yeah.
yeah, that place a lot of work like a lot of work keeps on coming, so
Mm-hmm.
we reach out to the clients through that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's through contacts mostly, and like best way to get clients, what I'll suggest is like be active on social media, keep on showing work to the people, have it organized, have it like presentable, which is
Mm-hmm.
like one of the boring skills. Like to like get your like whatever work in progress work, get it
Mm-hmm.
complete and presentable, and that you can show to the people that this is the work and I can do this, like,
Mm-hmm.
so that people can believe like, that you can give them a final product. So yeah, have that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the only thing that I was saying before, like after like completing an idea, I didn't have a like proper portfolio with like finished products, like finished
Mm-hmm.
projects. So if you have that, then it would be much easier for people to hire you, whatever the
Mm-hmm.
industry it is. Like because nobody wants to hire a person who is thinking of doing some project, like and has some sketches, but like who's looking for motivation. Nobody wants to
Mm-hmm.
who wants to hire those people. If you have like finished project,
Mm-hmm.
then it's like people will come to you for sure.
That's perfect. I think that that actually answers the question.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think I wanted to introduce with you to something as well. This is the first time that we are going to be doing it, which is basically like a show and tell. We have named it Side Show with an intention of like letting people, student, whosoever is going to be watching this podcast, majorly college and school students, to know what are the kind of like quality that industry demands right now. Firstly, secondly, what are the kind of timelines that industry and thirdly, what are the kind of like money they can ask when they get a project on board. So this is the first time that we are going to be doing it, and we would love to know your entire process of working through a project, because you have worked with so many big brands, may that be Crafton, may that be Gully Gang, may that be any Budweiser even. We would love to know a good project that you have taken from start to finish, and how did you approach that project before the project started? What was in your mind, and how was the conversations going around of you locking that project till the time that you delivered, and what are the kind of feedback that you got from the company as well while you were on getting into the feedback loop? So yeah,
Okay.
that if you can share something like that, that will be perfect for us.
Yeah, let's do that. So most of my commercial projects are digitally only. So in my sketchbook, I just my practice sketches, like
Mm-hmm.
that I've been doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So do you
We
want
would
me
love
to
to see
go through
that.
my sketchbook?
Yeah, yeah,
Huh?
100%. We would love to see that.
Okay, so I got this sketchbook अपने
Mm-hmm.
कहते हैं that I just took it out from my bundle that
Mm-hmm.
has been kept for years. So
Mm-hmm.
I used to have this unrolled notebooks that I used to take, and I used to draw on them because it's cheap. It was in I guess ninth or eighth class. I haven't shown it anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to like I'm showing this just to like um tell people that this was one of my stages that I used to draw.
Mm-hmm.
And from here, I have grown up to whatever the work that I do.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like create characters that have been inspired from what manga and anime, Goku,
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Ball, like all those characters, like Inazuma. I don't like. I have also haven't been went to this through this sketchbook from a very long time. I have this
Mm-hmm.
character called Leopre. I don't know. Yeah, these are some of my very old sketches.
Wow, they
Some
actually
silly
look
and
really
little
amazing.
things you Leopre. I don't know. I was making some character, some story.
Mm-hmm.
This was
How do
me
you?
in ninth class.
Oh wow. How do you used to approach drawings back when you were in eighth, ninth, as compared to now? Like, how has your thinking evolved during those 7, 8 years of like just sketching and drawing?
So at that time we didn't have a like. At that time I just used to copy whatever like
Mm-hmm.
I had one sketchbook in which I just copied all the characters from Ben 10, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like we used to have those trump cards
Mm-hmm.
that we get used to get
Mm-hmm.
of Dragon Ball or like Ben 10. So I would sketch those characters out in my sketchbook, or like mm, or like we'll go to the cyber cafe, we'll get the printout done for 5 rupees, then I'll paste it in my sketchbook, then I'll draw it. I would search for how to draw manga characters, how to draw manga anime, manga boy,
Mm-hmm.
manga girl, how to
Mm-hmm.
draw eyes. So those were the things that I used to do. I'll get their printout and then I'll sketch it in my sketchbook.
Mm-hmm.
And like during my classes, I would just draw whatever like the characters that I like to like that I want to create. I had
Mm-hmm.
I also made one comic called Black Diamond, which
Oh wow.
which got stolen. Like it
Oh.
was in eighth class or ninth class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that was my first original comic that I made.
Wow.
I don't have anything related to it now, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, these were my practice sketches.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you see, like I have been following tutorials to make how to
Yeah.
draw like manga boys.
Mm-hmm. I think somewhere or the other, everyone starts with getting those proportions of the manga boys, big eyes,
Yeah,
eyelids. Like,
yeah. And currently I'm struggling to take these things out from my work. Like I just can't take these things out because uh, it is very too influential to the manga style. I want to like create
mm-hmm.
something in my own style. Like
Mm-hmm.
what the work that I have currently are like mix of both um, manga plus Indian aesthetics.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I want to rely more on like I want my characters to look more Indian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these were my original starting sketches. Uh,
You have sketched a
I
lot.
was I was inspired from Inazuma 11. If you have
Mm-hmm.
watched,
Yeah, yeah.
yes,
Do you think somewhere or the other, anime also like has played a big part in getting the creative industry in India to the level it is right now? Because I feel like that uptake has been a lot since past 8 years, maybe 8, 9 years, or maybe a decade or so. And after that, only a lot of people started to understand the importance of storytelling, creative arts, and things like these.
anime industry has like lot of influence now on people.
Yeah.
Like if you will just go to like a market, सब्जी वाला भी कहते हैं
Mm.
वो एनिमे देख रहा है, अटैक ऑन
Yeah.
टाइटंस देख रहा है, like हर एक बंदे को पता है, like
Mm.
so it has like उसका काफी ग्रोथ हुआ है भी कहते हैं पूरे like इंडिया
Hmm.
में,
Yeah.
and it has made people to use like who are interested to draw and like get
Mm.
into this field like of animation, but
Yeah.
it is happening with AI side by side. So so there are a lot of people who are like trying to get into industry by using AI art, AI anime.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
but looking at the positive side, like there are a lot of people who are like now inspired to draw,
Mm-hmm.
which was not back earlier. Like I got into anime in around like eighth standard.
Oh
Like I
wow.
started with Death Note. Like before that, I used to watch Dragon Ball and like whatever that used to
Mm-hmm.
come on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I guess these are some. This was my Hindi teacher.
Oh wow.
You are cool teacher.
Oh, I know who
Is it?
got full marks in Hindi.
No, I used to get very like I used to fail in Hindi.
Oh, same. I used to be. I scored the lowest in my 10th boards in Hindi, like
No,
including
no,
maths and science.
no, no.
I was
People
really
used to
bad at
get
Hindi.
so good marks in like French or Hindi or like English. Like I was good in like physics, chemistry, maths,
Mm-hmm.
physics, chemistry, maths, like whatever the main subjects were. But I used to like get low grades in other subjects like English.
Hindi used to be one of the most subjects which I used to just hate.
But see the fact
Mm-hmm.
currently, I can write I know better Hindi now, even though like I didn't like prepared for it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Yeah, these are I guess some of my sketches from for that Black Diamond comic that I made. Like these are some of
Mm-hmm.
the characters.
Oh. Mm. How
Who
do you
made this?
approach the like art of storytelling? So, just for example, the Black Diamond comic book that you're saying, how did you approach building a narrative and a world for it before thinking? I mean, of course, I know that it was a long time back and you were not that polished at that time. But even today, if you wanna write, like if you wanna make a game world for, just for example, a game, just for a game, how do you approach the art of storytelling and character building and something like that?
So like I struggle with storytelling. That's what I'll
Mm-hmm.
say. Like I can create work in progress stories, so that doesn't hold anything. So, but how I'll approach like if I have to create a story is like
Mm-hmm.
I'll play it safe. I'll make it based on my experiences. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'll take some of my childhood experience. I'll write about it and like I'll keep it as raw and real as it was.
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, that is like how I create stories. Like through my
Mm-hmm.
experiences, through what I've seen, what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
It is mostly non-fiction in
Mm-hmm.
the stories that I create. So it is mostly inspired from like what I've seen, what I've heard. That what I'll say.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember this trip. Used to come in newspapers.
Yeah, I would. I used to
Oh.
like cut the magazines and newspapers
Mm-hmm.
and draw
Mm-hmm.
from them. Those also will keep it in my sketchbook. I don't think this
Oh.
has oh cyber cafe ke printout. Yeah, this
Mm-hmm.
was my sketchbook from ninth
Wow.
class.
Mm-hmm.
I have this was my recent sketchbook.
Oh.
This is
Also, I
the
actually wanted to
register.
know what is the
Yeah.
relevance of the character also that you have on your DP and your profile and even on the sketchbook.
So this girl is called Chitra.
Oh.
So I have been drawing her from like 2020s, like
Oh,
2021,
wow.
2020. So it is inspired from like go in a Sarkari school and like there would
Mm-hmm.
be two characters of a girl and a boy.
Yeah.
So that so it is inspired from that girl. So like as
Wow.
I showed like in my previous sketchbook, like I was
Mm-hmm.
um inspired from Japanese culture like manga and anime. So like what I was like used to see most of the time, like there would be like people would be drawing
Mm-hmm.
Japanese schoolgirl or like yeah like the yeah they were drawing Japanese schoolgirl. So I thought why not draw make my own Indian schoolgirl in my
Yeah.
illustration. So I started drawing her. I made one character of her, and like I never
Mm-hmm.
designed the character. It just keeps on evolving like as I grow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like still like sometimes it's a cyborg, sometimes it's like some samurai, sometimes like it does random thing like whatever I have in mind. I have never thought a backstory for her because like I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I would be I would be like stopping the growth of that character. I don't want to
Yeah.
do that.
Mm-hmm.
I just like for that I don't want to think any backstory, what would happen in the
Mm-hmm.
future or like what it is currently right now. What I feel it's just a representation of my thoughts, like of myself, and like
Mm-hmm.
whatever I feel like whatever like is happening in the world that I try to tell through my character.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't. So it doesn't have any backstory as such.
Mm-hmm.
It is just evolving through the works that I do.
That's nice. Like even I think when I started creating characters long time back, I always wanted to keep the storyline of theirs open to imagination that people can start relating with them. But yeah, I would just love to know more about Chitra also, and like how, like also why does she has like a knife in her mouth? That is also seems very interesting to me.
So I don't know. She is scary. So she does this kind of things. Like um, nobody wants to fuck around with Chitra. Oh, that's what I feel. Like yeah,
I think I need a sticker of Chitra in my room. Really want to
I'll
scare
get
people away.
yeah. These are some
Oh.
of my sketches from Metro.
Mm-hmm.
Like when people would be using their phone while traveling in Metro, I would sketch them.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of them would be like just like will be stuck on their like rectangle of sadness. Will be looking at that, or they will be
Mm-hmm.
just sleeping. So it is sketchy. Like it is easy to sketch in Metro. If you'll see, all the sketches are of Chitra.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Most of these are from Metro only.
Wow, these look so nice.
Thank you. I like I use brush pen. Like I love to ink. Um, I use um, I use two kind of brush pen. Like one is dilute and diluted 50% gray, and like one like fully black. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll get a rough sketch for the whatever I want to make from gray, and like I'll give it outline from the pure black. These are some of my studies from Pinterest, and like some of the sketches are made by me own.
Do you also think doing a gray study actually helps in understanding the proportions of the drawing?
Yeah, like doing a gray study like gets your values right, and like it
Mm-hmm.
will get the silhouette right. Like if if you do a line drawing, so when you're like finished with the like whatever the coloring is done, everything is done, but you'll feel the shape doesn't look as you were thinking. Like the shape looks off. So that's why people get like does their shape study before. After that they
Mm-hmm.
start doing line art and other stuff. If the values are right, if the shape is good, then like the design works perfectly.
Got
But
it.
if you are as good as like if you have the practice of like if you know what would be the shape of the character that you want, like if you
Mm-hmm.
have the practice and experience, then you can go freehand and do those sketches. Like that's how Kim Jong-gi used to do.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
He'll just go go with the line art. Will take the brush pen and will make his own world appear on the sketch, like on the white page. There's also a live drawing at Piano Man Safdarjung. Now I have started like I don't while doing live drawing I will not copy the exact thing. I will like try to interpret in my own style, like
Mm-hmm.
like what thing I want to see in that live sketch. So these are some of my rough sketches.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was like one illustration that I was doing for like called Fall. So I started with this illustration.
Mm-hmm.
So then it evolved to this.
Mm-hmm.
Has a backpack and one head falls from a bag. So I was thinking
Yeah.
like to make that, illustrate that.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the process. Like I made different rough sketches to get that right pose
Mm-hmm.
illustration. Where is this? Yeah, this was the final. Like fine. Yeah.
Wow. How do you know which, like, so when you are doing a sketch or a drawing, how do you know which proportions do you want to exaggerate or which proportions do you want to like keep as it is to not get like confused with the character?
I guess like first I go freehand
Mm-hmm.
and like I'll see the overall proportions, like how it looks. If it looks
Mm-hmm.
very off, then I will try to manage it, but I don't want to keep it too real
Mm-hmm.
also. So I love exaggerating the figures. I um, love to morph the body
Mm-hmm.
and the flesh. So yeah, I don't like to keep it that realistic.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Like the first time also when the team and everyone saw your Instagram, they were all like that, like you have such a unique art style that is what draws us towards the artwork also. Just to know how unique the styles can be and the exaggerated proportions, and even after that they look so well put together.
Uh, what I learned from Kim Jong is like to create an illusion. Like even if you don't know like how
Mm-hmm.
that things look like, you just be good at your skill that much that people start believing that's how it would look like.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how the world, like that's what happens in the world. Like if you keep on telling like this is how it is, this is how it is, this is how it is, so then people start believing it. Like it is
Mm-hmm.
not real. This thing,
Yeah.
whatever I am making, is not real. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like somewhere it's a blob, somewhere it is like the flesh is coming, like body is morphed. But
Mm-hmm.
like the way I'm presenting, it looks like, and maybe it can be like this, like, and it looks
Yeah.
good. So people start liking it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just an illusion. Art is an illusion. Design is an illusion. Just uh, design is a lie to sell the work that you have done.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Yeah.
It also has sketches from other artists also.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I go to my friend's place, I'll give them my sketchbook to draw.
How do you draw inspiration from other artworks? Like, just for example, if like you see a really great artist being great at his style, how do you take inspiration from that and include that in yours? Because like, do you make like a storyboard? Do you make like a visual reference of it? Do you take like a visual imprint of it? How do you approach that kind of a process?
So like if there is one artist like um I'll try to draw it on my own style. Like it depends on the like serious how seriously I want to make it look good, or
Mm-hmm.
if I'm just studying or studying the style of the a particular artist, I'll just uh, s- start sketching it out like how it would be like in my
Mm-hmm.
own style. So if I want to fair it like and put it somewhere, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll make color thumbnails or like I'll make small thumbnails how the composition would look like. I'll make
Mm-hmm.
a color thumbnail how it would look like. Even we'll do a value study before that. Then
Mm-hmm.
I'll finalize it. But
Mm-hmm.
while doing a study, I'll not do that like because the studies are different.
Mm-hmm.
To be studies are like study is a study. You can't put it any like on your s- um, on your social or somewhere like out
Yeah.
as your own work.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can to implement it would be just subtly taking somewhere some style from somewhere, so like how this person uses colors from
Mm-hmm.
like किसी का कलर कलर पैलेट ले लिया, किसी का
Mhm.
स्टाइल का कहते हैं कुछ पार्ट ले लिया, हाउ दैट पर्सन ड्रॉस कार, वो चीज़ ले
Mhm.
ली, हाउ दैट पर्सन टेक्स मेक्स क्लोथ, सो लाइक स्टीलिंग आर्ट, बट मतलब सोच समझ के,
Yeah.
like not just from one artist,
Hmm.
and not heavily stealing, just taking
Hmm.
inspiration.
Yeah.
Like if someone has made a girl in a jewelry and like really like the how the lighting it is on the jewelry, so I'll take it.
Mhm.
Like I'll take inspiration from that, and like we'll make a color like thumbnail. We'll make a quick study of it, how it looks
Mhm.
like. So after, like whenever I have to make one of my own illustration, I'll take that illustration, like will use that study
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
implement on my own.
Hmm.
This.
Wow. I think in general, like seeing your sketchbooks also, you have like evolved your art style to try into different things also. Do you recommend, so like just for example, a lot of my friends always complain about them not knowing their niche, and even it's very true for me that I want someday I like manga kind of art style, and the other day I like something else. So it's like, do you recommend like people to develop their art style, or do you think that they should be experimenting a lot with all the different kind of art style there is before finding their niche?
Hmm. Just keep on making the stuff that you like, what like
Mhm.
attracts you, what inspires you, like the
Mhm.
artist that keeps on inspiring, and the like you can't also do everything, like,
Yeah.
so just the work that you want to do, keep on doing it. Like if manga kind of style inspires you, so you are drawing manga, and like
Mhm.
if you're doing like realistic kind of drawings, realistic kind of paintings, if you'll keep on doing it, you can make a like mix up of both of those things, and like try it out, like how it would look like. You'll
Mhm.
only the way that you'll get to know is like keep like trying it on your own.
Mhm.
That's I think how that person will get to know.
Got
Yeah,
it.
because if you'll not figure it out on your own, so uh, and so you can't tell like if it would, if that's the thing that you want to do. Like
Mhm.
if you want to go into animation, if you're not doing animation, so you
Mhm.
can't tell that I don't like that you like animation, or that the animation is the thing that you want to do.
Mm.
It's just like figure it out, do it on your own.
Mhm.
Like even the art style is basically the things that interest you, and like the how you draw it, like how's the line quality.
Yeah.
Like even if you look at just comic artists, like how they draw things, like it, even if you look at the um what black and white drawings only, so how
Mhm.
they put the line quality and what kind of environment they are making.
Mhm.
So it depends on the content that you are making, and like how you're making it.
Got
So
it.
that is the only thing that drives the style.
Mm.
Like for my, what I'll say, I'll have rough strokes, and like for
Mm.
example this, I have
Mhm.
rough strokes, and like it would have surreal horror, um, maybe sometimes erotic gore, those
Mhm.
kind of stuff, and
Mm.
it is very prominent with the character face that I have, and like the eyes, how I make the eyes.
Yeah.
So because of that, people get familiar with the style, but I'll not say it is unique to me. It's just
Mhm.
what I like to draw.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's just practicing
Mm.
the things that you want to do, making it in your own way,
Mm.
trying out different things.
Mm. Even like like, do you recommend people trying different mediums of art style as well? Like, just for example, you have also explored a lot with watercolors or different just splashes of color in between your artwork. Do you also think that helps people understand color theory and values and shades? Because I'm not from the concept art background, but I really feel
Mm.
like that I want to learn more about it. And so, if as a beginner I want to start somewhere and I don't know anything about it, how do you recommend me approaching approaching the like industry as well?
In industry or like using different mediums?
I think just in general, like, do you think like I should be exploring? I should be just sticking to the basics for first, or I should be like just start sketching everywhere that I see something like that.
Yeah, like first thing you need to love the work that you're doing. That you really want to do this. You really want like you, that you really need to do this, and like
Yeah.
this is the thing that you are interested in. Like and
Mm-hmm.
using the different mediums. The thing with it is like sometimes you may get bored by just using a pencil.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you pick up a ink pen. You use a
Mm-hmm.
fountain pen. You use a brush pen or something like you take a brush and start spilling ink everywhere. So like it's just different medium, just um, exploring different kind of strokes or like just a different way of painting,
Mm-hmm.
like putting your ideas on the paper. So and using different mediums helps you keep it like be engaged to the work that you do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like sometimes you use soft pastel, sometimes you are using oil paint, sometimes you are using um, what watercolors, so
Mm-hmm.
acrylics, and so
Yeah.
it has every medium has different like different properties, but you start liking it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever starts suiting you, start liking it, and like you would love to use it more. And so yeah, like it will help you keep engaged to the art that you do.
Got it.
And
That's so
yeah,
interesting.
it will help you with the like fundamentals also, like if you keep on drawing, if you are just drawing uh, yeah, it will also help you in like getting your own medium that you want to use. Like if you want to use watercolor, like if you want to mix them, it's just
Mm-hmm.
a different world, like mm, that is there to explore. And if you and in general, like the basic thing that you are doing is getting good with the fundamentals of like drawing, and like so if you are good with this with that, and like you know the your medium, like
Mm-hmm.
if it's digital medium or like traditional or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
if you are good with that, it will also surely help in the industry that you want to get in.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
Yes, my sketchbook is over. I have
That's such a
another, but
sweet
I
sketchbook.
think thank you. I have another sketchbook, but I don't know time. Hi, Ania.
No, no, we would love to see everything. Like, even I wanted to ask your opinions about how did you like just when you started approaching clients, just for
Hmm.
example, Crafton, Budweiser, what are the kind of conversation that you had in the first round when approaching them? And after you closed down the deal, what was your approach looking like that when, how did you like basically get the brief and started working on it? What were the prerequisites that you needed? What are the checklists that you make? Everything like that to help understand the overall process as well.
So mostly whenever you get a project from a big client, is there would be always a middleman.
Mm-hmm.
Directly, nobody approaches you like that. Like that
Mm-hmm.
would be rare. So
Mm-hmm.
you talk to that person, then that person will talk to the other person, and then
Mm-hmm.
how that's how the conversation goes. Even if you're submitting the work, then it
Mm-hmm.
will go on stages to get approved.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like that. Yeah, so this is the thing. Like you don't get to directly talk with the um,
Mm-hmm.
person, like in directly. And
Mm-hmm.
what was the other thing that you were asking?
Like basically, if we take an example of the project that you did with BGMI, because I was checking it
Hmm.
on your portfolio yesterday, I'm really impressed with it. Once like you got the brief in that you have to make like something for Crafton, and you
Hmm.
have started working on it. It's like before you started working on it,
Hmm.
what are the kind of questions and what are the kind of like even in terms of monetary things that you ask craft, and then how did it look like doing that round of negotiation with them as well?
So I got the project of BGMI by
Mm-hmm.
my mentor and friend called Shaheen Sharif.
Mm-hmm.
So he's from like he has his own studio, Nalaru Studio. So he was working with Nalaru Studio, and the Good Stuff Studio was working
Mm-hmm.
on that BGMI project.
Mm-hmm.
So I was approached by Shaheen to do the backgrounds for it, and
Mm-hmm.
backgrounds and layout. So he told me this is the budget, and like you have to do the background, this is the deadline. So I knew him, like I have worked with him before I did my internship. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so after that we started just working on it. I started with making the layout, then doing a value study, then making a color thumbnail and making a final illustration.
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, this was the things. Like for another project, like if someone will come with a project, and like I'll ask him like what's the project about and what it is like, um what's the project about, and like like for whom is this project for, and
Mm-hmm.
what is the budget you have, and like what is the deadline after that, like what is the yeah. So these are the things that I'll ask. And
Mm-hmm.
then go, like for example, if there is one illustration that a person wants, so I'll, after when all these things I have asked from that person, I'll ask for like what kind of illustration you are looking for, or do you just want me like to go it on my with my own style, and like present what would look good on it. So I'll make
Mm-hmm.
some rough sketches for it. I'll give the rough sketches. If they are one of them is approved, I'll ask for the advance payment. When the advance
Mm-hmm.
payment is done, I'll start working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Or even like it would be much better if you ask for the advance payment beforehand only, even before
Mm-hmm.
starting the rough sketches. Sometimes I do that also, but people don't pay like before until unless you do something. But it's much safer. That's how it should be. Like even if like even when you are like about to lift a pen, you are getting paid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like you get the advance payment for that.
Mm-hmm.
So when the whole thing is done, final thing is done, like you are just working on it, and you are sending the the output at every stage, like value value हो गया, color thumbnail हो गया वगैरह, stage by stage भेज दो. Like when the final thing is done, you have shown it, ask for the final payment, and then send the final output, the final version to the client.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I work mostly.
Got it. And even with when you're working with BGMI for
Hmm.
the art, like for the concept of it, like you told me ki that you were working with multiple people inside the studio, as well as like
Hmm.
maybe animators, maybe other concept artists who were also on the project. Like what was that jump look like to you from working on a project alone and single-handedly, where you have all the creative freedom in the world and you can just decide whatever you want to do, from there to working with a team of 20 people where your say might be correct, might be wrong, and maybe you like just putting on your opinions on the table. You are realizing that okay, this is how restrictive it has become. What was that jump looking like to you?
So like you don't have freedom that much, even if you're doing your like own project.
Yeah.
So like even if you are working on a some animation or some animation, so
Mm-hmm.
there is a pipeline to follow, and they already know
Mm-hmm.
like this is the work that they want. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have to do the background for this, and
Mm-hmm.
this so yeah, they have that pipeline, and like it is well structured. That is
Mm-hmm.
a good thing. If it is
Mm-hmm.
structured, then it's easy for you also and easy for them
Yeah.
also.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like they had their own style, like they got their style fixed. Like that's how
Mm-hmm.
it happened. Like even if you have some, if you're asked to do backgrounds for some animation film, they'll come with a style, they'll come with a like maybe have rough layouts for it.
Mm-hmm.
and this is the layout that we wanted to fare, and do it on your, like, do it in the style that we have. So at that time you can't do the thing that you do,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
just like you follow the person and
Mm-hmm.
like the work that they're asking, and of course like क्या ही कर सकते हो, you need to do the thing that person is asking, otherwise you don't get paid, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. And like, what are the kind of like money that you ask for when it comes to making concept art? Maybe like from a big international, like international studio or an international company versus Indian companies. And how has that jump look like in past maybe like 7 years of you doing it professionally?
So I started taking commissions doing freelance from 2020.
2020.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, my first freelance project, like, I started with album art.
Mm-hmm.
So album art and making illustrations.
Mm-hmm.
So what else? Like, first freelance project, that was a album art that I did for
Mm-hmm.
a rapper called Rapture.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's from Mumbai.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it for, I don't know, 1600 something. So
Oh.
that was my starting price,
Mm-hmm.
and after that it started like, I did some cover for 2500, then it got into 5000,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, then I started charging 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it uh, kept on like evolving. Like, it depends on the client. Like, if I have, like, one of my friend told me this thing, like, to look for three things, like, while taking
Mm-hmm.
a project. Um, if the money is good, like, have three pointers. If the money is good, second is the if the project is good,
Mm-hmm.
or third, like, if the person people are good.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if two of the things are there, then I'll
Mm-hmm.
work on it. Otherwise,
Okay.
like, I'll not take that project.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things that I follow, like, that I've been following.
Mm-hmm.
So currently, like, it depends on the like, people in the project. Like, I can't. Uh, I can tell about the illustration, like, the charges that I start from, like, would be 10,000. If it would be a if it is a well-known brand, then
Mm-hmm.
I'll charge them accordingly, and this
Mm-hmm.
based on the scope of the project. And
Mm-hmm.
even if it's some a good project, and like, he can't give that amount, then too I'll think about it.
Then only you think about it.
Yeah.
Hmm. I think that also becomes like a main thing that like what are the kind of projects. Then of course like you have to also keep on building your portfolio with those kind of a project, and you're
Yeah.
on the side if you're getting paid with it, of course.
Hmm.
Hmm. That's interesting. But even with Budweiser, like I noticed that I think you made an album cover for Sip Code, right?
Yeah.
So how did like because Budweiser is known to be a brand with which has like a very different identity uh, as compared to other brands who are very illustration heavy. So those kind of a
Hmm.
project, like when you were approaching that kind of project, was what was there in your mind as a first thought while making that brand cover? Of course, like them sending you a mood board, them sending you a storyboard, and you just listening to the song as well. What was like, did you actually start illustrating on it after giving it like giving them a Pinterest board or a mood board, or like just in general, how did you approach it?
I didn't approach it. Like, the thing is always like, a middleman or a friend would come, like,
Mm-hmm.
I have this project, let's
Mm-hmm.
work on it. So, and
Mm-hmm.
for that thing, I have my friend called Sahil. Like, he
Yeah.
approached me with the project. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, I did the line art and, like, the layout for that cover. So
Mm-hmm.
I started with making the thumbnails, and like, he already knew about the project. He just told me, like, these are things that I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I started with making some rough thumbnails layouts,
Mm-hmm.
and after that I made the final line art, and which he colored later on.
Mm-hmm.
So this was my own, like, you rarely get to interact with the people who actually want that cover. Like, um,
Mm.
yeah, it's almost a middleman or some friend.
Mm.
And so you can't even even if there's a big brand, you can't expect like they'll pay, because there is always
Mm.
one middleman who is taking the money that you are supposed to
Yeah.
get.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes they'll exploit you.
Mm.
That's how it is.
Mm. So all the influx of international clients happens through a middleman in India. Like,
Yeah,
may that be a
like
studio, may
everywhere.
that be an individual person.
Yeah, everywhere, I guess. That's how it happens. Just like people need to be aware. Like even like in the like for example, if it there's a very big shot in a music industry, and like
Mm-hmm.
someone wants a cover for that person, so that middleman will go like that. I'm telling how it usually happens. So that middleman
Mm-hmm.
will get a
Mm-hmm.
50,000 album art done by for
Mm-hmm.
5,000 from a struggling artist.
Mm-hmm.
Just and that artist like will take that project,
Mm-hmm.
will do it very nicely, will give it,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest
Mm-hmm.
of the money goes to the
Middleman.
middleman. Yeah, so like
Mm-hmm.
that's how it usually happens. And like
Mm-hmm.
currently after AI, what is happening? People are doing this work for shout outs. Like they'll get
Yeah.
credits on their page, and
Mm-hmm.
like people usually don't give credits also. Like they'll
Yeah.
ask for favors.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, this thing keeps on happening. So you directly don't get in contact, and that gets made sure by the middleman, that you
Mm-hmm.
never get in contact with the person who's actually for whom you are actually working. They'll sometimes will not tell like
Mm-hmm.
who you are working with. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it's a good money, sometimes people are nice, but as per what I've seen, like mostly it is like somewhere or the other, um,
Yeah.
people don't pay good.
Mm. I think that is why it also becomes very important for us to build a community. I think the first thing that you also said on the podcast is that you're trying to build a community in and outside of Delhi NCR or just India in general. And I think that
Mm,
is where it becomes like a very big part of us also, that we start getting those people assembled in a team where we can
mm,
approach clients on our own, while also keeping in mind that the middleman is getting as less as possible. Of course, like at the end of it, he's also getting some contacts on board, so he should be or she should be able to earn also. But
mm,
like it's us who is doing the most hard work and putting in the most amount of work.
mm,
So I think, yeah, that is also like one of the reasons. And I wanted to ask you more on that also, and which will lead me to ultimately Sidetake also, what you were asking before the podcast.
mm.
That how have you planned on making this community? Because I feel like that you have a really good following on Instagram, you have really good work on Instagram, and a lot of people are big fans of you. How have you decided to approach that? Like how have you planned about opening that community of yours?
So like as per what I felt like
Mm-hmm.
being going to design like art events, art
Mm-hmm.
festivals in Delhi. Like I feel like there is barely an audience. Like
Yeah.
audience, like apart from the artists who are following the
Mm-hmm.
like the design field, or like and the who are doing animation, or like who are not pursuing like art as a career, like the
Mm-hmm.
general audience, like who actually pays, like who are
Mm-hmm.
rich people.
Yeah.
So what I feel like there is not that audience for in Delhi. So
Mm-hmm.
I was feeling like we need to build that because I really had bad experiences, like how the brands would exploit the art festival, people would
Mm-hmm.
exploit the artists and will
Yeah.
not give exposure. They'll just like what they'll get the brands, they'll get the money, they'll even ask they'll exploit the artist, but there is
Yeah.
not exposure for the real person who is doing the work, like
Mm-hmm.
the real people from whom they are getting the audience. And
Yeah.
audience is also too cliche, they doesn't know anything about art, and like what
Mm-hmm.
um like who are not interested, who doesn't want to like buy our work, who doesn't understand art. So like I
Mm-hmm.
was feeling like we need to fill this gap. So like there are a lot of people at NIDian, also my friends also, like I
Mm,
know people from the graffiti culture in Delhi, and
mm,
who want to see, who want this community to be strong. Like in
mm,
Delhi, it would be nice to have like these kind of events where artists are given platform, and
mm,
like so we can build up youth that respects art, and um,
mm,
who knows about art, what like they can get mentored, they
mm,
can reach out to people who have been they have been following, and like
mm.
reach out to different form of illustrations, or and the different form of storytelling. Like
Yeah.
these are the people who are just like living near you, and who have been putting up work. Yeah,
Mm.
so they can get inspired by that.
Got it. Yeah, I think that is pretty much like how I approached you also, like with an idea of Sidetake. So yeah, like you were asking
Hmm.
what Sidetake is, and in a nutshell, Sidetake is built to connect people who are from very early in their career, colleges and schools, to people like both you and me who have entered into the industry, who know the truth about the industry, and can mentor them very well as compared to someone who is a career counselor and doesn't know anything about the industry. So at the end, our goal was to make a community, but with a
Hmm.
mindset of keeping it mostly surrounded around mentorship, while
Hmm.
also making it a dual incentivization. So I felt like that at the end of it, out of the goodness of the heart, a
Hmm.
person can only help so many people. So just for
Hmm.
example, you're a great person. If some college student comes to you asking about how can they enter into the concept art industry, maybe you will be able to help five, six, seven people. But other than that, your time is also very restricted.
Hmm.
So you also have a lot of on your plate. So that is why I wanted to build this community where people can ask as many people as they want to questions, while also mentor getting a part of the like the subscription based model or whatever they have gotten themselves into with Sidetake, and feel like good with it. So it's like a dual incentivization platform that we are building, which is majorly going to be a chat based platform where you and the student can get interacted on any level. May that be asking from a school, college, or even a person who wants to enter into the creative industry very after he has done jobs for a couple of years.
Hmm.
And yeah, like making community around us. That is pretty much the idea of Sidetake and how we started on it.
Nice.
Yeah, we started
Nice.
like an year and a half ago, I think. And since then, we have been talking to a lot of colleges. We have around, I think, 16 colleges at this point, from management, business, creative, colleges from DU, and a lot of these colleges who have partnered with us to do pilots with them. Apart from that, we also have a couple of schools right now, which is very early stage schools like GD Goenka and DAV. We have a couple
Okay.
of them from Delhi NCR only, who want
Hmm.
their students to get an exposure of what creative field looks like for people who are right now working in the industry. So all these students are there on the platform, and I would love to also get you as a mentor there on the platform, so that anything that the biggest part of that platform is that you don't need to take out time specially for the platform. Whenever
Okay.
there's a question for you or a person wants to know something that lies within your domain area, the team will text you on WhatsApp and you can reply back to it. So it's like
Nice.
that you don't need to very actively be on the platform until the time you are a part of the platform and you're spending some amount of time on the platform. Like you're gonna get the incentivization from it as well, because everyone who comes onto the platform from student POV, or like from becoming a student, he or she pays like a subscription fees to get an access to all these mentors. So
Okay.
it doesn't look like that your time is also getting wasted on the platform, and their time shouldn't also get wasted on the platform.
Hmm.
So that is how we
Okay.
are creating. We call ourselves Uber for mentors, for creative mentors actually. And yeah, what do you think about it? Is there anything also that you want to know more about Sidetake? I would love to clear anything.
Nice. It feels like you guys have already structured like what you want to do, and like you're like already working on it. Like you have people with you. Well, yeah, it would be nice to see like what site tech would look like. in coming days, like this year only. I guess a lot of things we'll get to see.
A lot of things. I think when
Hmm.
after I got released with the coming soon page, I got so overwhelmed with the kind of response that people is, because there is a need of mentorship in the creative industry, and that is
Hmm.
always gonna be there. I feel like, because
Yeah.
people are very curious about how to approach this industry,
Yeah.
and out of the goodness of heart, people can only help so many people. Like personally, also for me, if 10 students come to me in a day, I can only help 5 6 of them personally,
Hmm.
one on one. I can
Yeah.
get on calls with them. I can help them in any way, shape, or form I can.
Hmm.
But because of restriction of time, because all of us have limited time in our day that we can spare on these kind of things, it always becomes a problem where people have the same kind of question but they cannot get the same kind of answers, because
Hmm.
again, like, the mentors are busy with something else.
Hmm.
So making it like a, how we have structured it, we have created like a WhatsApp group. It's our own website, it's our own chat based platform. We are not using any other software other than our own. So we have created like a WhatsApp group, kind of like a chat based platform where there are multiple threads, so that the conversation doesn't get lost. Also, you can tag whosoever mentor you want to talk to, may that be from a corporate field, may that be working in a
Hmm.
studio, may that be working as a freelancer also with big
Hmm.
brands. And then that conversation can lead anywhere that you want to in that thread, so that the person also doesn't get confused.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah,
Sounds
something
good.
like
Like
that.
this thing that you are saying, like mostly people have the same questions and there would be
Yeah.
same answers for that. Like
Mm-hmm.
what I can suggest, like as not suggest, like just thing that I can share, just like um
Mm-hmm.
how I um like for example this lightbox talks, the podcast that
Mm-hmm.
they have, they'll
Yeah.
have it on some topic. Like
Mm-hmm.
for example they have wisdom, like so they'll talk about like how to get into this industry, like what is the how the industry
Mm-hmm.
feels, like how do they pay. So you can have a
Mm-hmm.
like a particular podcast for that, like for different careers, like one
Mm-hmm.
for game design, one for concept art, one for
Mm-hmm.
illustration. So it would be nice so that people can directly, like instead of questioning, they can just open the video, they can know
Yeah.
about the people, and like the questions, how they, like how their journey was, and like what college they went to, what was
Mhm.
their first job, or like, so they can know some roadmap, like how this
Mm.
person got at this point, and like making good work and good money, or like
Yeah.
as a it as a he has a matlab, that person is at a good post. So
Yeah.
I guess that will clear their questions much better,
Yeah.
instead of like they'll ask and then they'll wait for that
Mhm.
thing to happen. Yeah, of course they
I think
can
the
ask for the mentorship and other things. That would be
yeah.
nice, like to happen in real life than from a
Mhm.
video, but from the basic stuff can be removed from through this podcast or videos,
Yeah. I think one thing
recordings
also
also.
I have realized while building it is that now creative industry is a very fast moving industry, and
Yeah.
a person right now who is in 11th 12th wants who wants to get into this industry has a lot to teach to us also, as much as we have to teach to him or her. So it's like
Mm.
that, how AI has shaped this industry and how the new artists are incorporating AI in their workflow can actually help us a lot in refining ours. So I wanted
Mm.
to make that community as blended as possible, so that like someone who is 40-year-old, 50-year-old right now, who is at a great position in the creative industry because he has a lot of years of experience, can also learn from a student who is in right now in 12th or college first year, second year, and of course
Mm.
vice versa.
Mm.
So
Nice.
yeah, this is something like what we have been building. I would love to give you a demo also, because we are live also. I'll take you through the entire platform. And if everything sounds well, hopefully after the podcast also a lot of students will be able to see you and follow you on Sidetake as well.
Let's see. I, let's
But
see.
I think yeah, that is great. I think we are already very over the time. And if you have anything against about Sidetake, against Sidetake, please do let me know. I would love to get some feedback on you. And yeah, I think other than that, we are like I've pretty much sorted out all the questions that people wanted me to ask. And if
Oh,
you have anything, do let me know.
who are these people who wanted to make these questions to be asked?
I went around my college asking people, and I do this activity before every podcast that I get into. I
Okay.
go around my college asking people that what are the kind of questions that you want to ask for someone who has worked with foreign clients as well in national clients and has
Okay.
worked as a concept artist for 5 6 years now. And majority of these questions honestly are very surrounded around what are the kind of money that they can ask, what are the kind of portfolio that they can build to get some clients, what are the kind of platform that they can get the clients on, etc., etc. Because every college student wants to start earning as soon as possible, because creative industry again is a very
Hmm.
expensive
Hmm.
industry to get into in the first go.
Hmm.
So most of these questions are always surrounded around that how can we get that part of it, whereas most of the questions from schools are surrounded around mostly that how can we get into the industry and what are the prerequisites that we can like we can assume that are going to be needed if I want to enter into NIFT or NIDs of the world.
Hmm. Okay.
So
I
yeah.
hope I answered the questions like in a like good way. Like one thing that I wanted to tell about, like as I shared the prices for like
Mm-hmm.
um, that I charge. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want people to get inspired by it. Just
Mm-hmm.
to I was just telling like these are the prices that I take, and
Mm-hmm.
the best way to get to know your prices would be like have some steps to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Like um, think about the value that would be after that project is done. Like if you are making an illustration for a client, and like what would be the value of that thing, like album that
Yeah.
illustration after your work is done. So think
Yeah.
about that, and think about like how much time it will take, how much, and like how much time it will take, what is the quality of that illustration, how much details it has, how
Mm-hmm.
many characters there are. So
Mm-hmm.
based on like how much time it will take for you to make that illustration, because it's
Mm-hmm.
the value of the time and the value of the work that is done. Like
Yeah.
so charge charge it accordingly. You don't have to be
Mm-hmm.
inspired by my the amount that I'm charging. You of course you can charge more, much more than that. It
Mm-hmm.
depends on the client also.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it would be nice to have a community so that people knows like these are the average prices, and
Yeah.
like if this person is has this much experience, so this is the minimum amount that they should be paid, and like
Mm.
nobody should be allowed to like charge lesser than that. It would be nice
Yeah.
to have that.
Mhm.
Like even if some agency is coming, like we don't have
Mhm.
illustration agency here in India.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
rarely there is one. I haven't heard any one of them who hire
Mhm.
illustrators.
Mhm.
So like even if some brand agency or someone like getting illustrator on board, or like some designer or some
Mhm.
artist on board, they should have like average pay. This should be an average pay, and nobody should be allowed to pay lesser than that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
think that
like
is
if you don't have a community, if we are strong together, so then we can tell these people that we will not work lesser for
Mhm.
this and just stop working. This creative industry will stop. Like they'll start
Yeah.
respecting you, but they are not respecting the prices. They are not respecting the artist just because they know
Mhm.
nobody's together. Like
Yeah.
if this person says no, like.
Mhm.
Like I don't want to work on this, and this money is very less, like you are
Mhm.
not, I don't think the project is good, like
Mhm.
so they know someone else, some other
Somebody else
struggling
did it.
artist, some other just like who have just graduated or would love to take that project just because
Mhm.
it has a big brand, and he'll get a shout out or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
So there should be a union or community, that would be nice to have, but
Mhm.
it's a big thing to happen.
I think after
Because
AI, people have like most of the people have stopped assuming also that this, how much effort it goes into making something like this, and how much of like thought process that we always put into our artworks. And
Hmm.
I've seen it again and again. I have also asked so many people who have been in industry for more than 20 years, saying that this might be the time that we have to be as united as we can as an art, as a creative industry, to tell people that okay, these are the kind of things that we do, and this is the minimum that we want. After that, it's all up to our skills that we what we can provide you with it. So it's like
Hmm.
after AI, because everyone thinks that okay, now that we have ChatGPT, now we have Gemini, we can generate whatever we want to, and not realizing that I don't think so that the storytelling part of it is ever gonna come into AI and whatever you're gonna be making out of AI. So I think
Hmm.
yeah, like I do agree with the part that we do need a very strong community, individual
Hmm.
on an individual level as well as on a national level, to make clients also understand that creative things do take a lot of time and effort.
Hmm. Yeah, some people, like, even if there are like some people to whom you can fall back to, like if that
Hmm.
person is exploiting the artist, so then he can just tell the community, okay, don't
Yeah,
work with these people, or just get spread this word out. Okay, this
yeah,
is the thing happened, so they can be like you, like as a community, they can go to those people and like
yeah.
make a voice that those people start respecting the artist.
That's true.
That would
Perfect.
be
I
nice.
think we both, yeah, both of us really need to work towards that. And I'm really glad to hear also that you are also working towards something very similar, because ever since I was in college, there was always this need of making that community as strong as possible. Now more than ever, we need it, and I feel like that in the future, how people are like treating this industry, we should be taking very active steps towards it as well.
Hmm. Nice. What What is the biggest thing that is a challenge for like the side take to happen for you?
I think the biggest challenge for me has been connecting to people, because like I'm not a very social person. Like I love to talk to creative people like yourself,
Hmm.
and I love that fact about myself that I can ask as many questions and I can just get on a 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour call and just absorb as much knowledge as I can.
Okay.
I think the biggest difficult part of me has been about getting people assembled, that okay, these are the kind of people that I want on the platform. They have to be ambitious about the field. They have to understand that there are some limitations when it comes to being in the creative field as well. Like you told me that a lot of struggling artists do take early projects on in a very cheaper thing, because of course they also need money and they want to
Hmm.
kickstart their career. They want to get shout outs. They want to get big brands on their CV. So to bridge that gap of conversations, I actually wanted to connect people who have been in the industry for 5 6 years and know that this is not how it's gonna work, to people who have just started their industry. So
Hmm.
bridging that gap has been the biggest, I think, the biggest challenge for me, to make it more creatively engaging. So just for example,
Hmm.
if you are on the platform, if you don't see the value on the platform for after an year or so, you are more likely than not leave.
Hmm.
So, how to make it more engaging and creatively engaging for mentors as well as student has been something that we have been figuring out for past
Hmm.
6 months now. And I feel like a part of it I have figured out, where like we have made the entire platform also gamified. So every mentor,
Hmm.
whatever conversation they are going to be having on the platform, they are going to earn XPs of it. That XP will level you up, and that level you can actually flaunt in front of your friends also. So you want to make as we want to make it as interactive as possible for the mentors also, that you are learning while also you are earning, while also you are leveling up. That is the entire concept for mentors. As well as for student, of course, the gamification is a lot more diversified for them, where you earn XPs, where you earn XPs, both of them combine and become some new element. You earn medals, you earn badges, you convert those XPs into not real money, real coupon codes that can be redeemed on stores, etc. So right now we also have 20 brands on the platform. Four of them are live. The rest 16 are still in
Hmm.
transit. And yeah, that I think pretty much sums up what the gamified thing right now we are doing. But yeah, we do need a lot of help, as well as a lot of mentorship also, that how can we structure these things up as well as bridge the gap. Because you have been a part of the industry, creative, like animation and creative industry, for as long as me at this point. I would love to know your opinion once you see the platform, once you be a part of
Yeah,
the
I would
platform,
love
if
to
you
see
see value on it.
when it is going live.
It's already live.
It's already live where it is. Like,
It's already
I
live.
will.
Like you can search sidetake.com and you will be able to see the site. I would like after the podcast, I would like love to take you through the entire demos, show you what's around, show you around the entire platform and what we have been cooking in past 6 months.
Yeah,
And yeah,
I was trying to find out. Like I didn't got it. Like I'd
oh,
love to see it later.
Sidetake.com. Perfect. We
Yeah,
will do
yeah.
that.
It was a nice talk. I I struggled with talking a lot. Like I did mention like um, talking in English does like
Mm,
I stutter a lot, and but yeah, that is a part of me, and like um it's the thing that I need to work on. But yeah, it was a really nice experience. Like I wish I could have shown my process much more, but yeah, it was like I think for the beginners it was good enough as per
yeah.
what I feel. Like
Mhm.
yeah, like I am also one of few guys. I also started with making those anime drawings, manga drawings,
Mhm.
and that's how that what helped me to be at what where I am. And it's
Mhm.
not anything very far. It's not anything very big. It's just we are on the same page.
Mhm.
And yeah, it was a good time.
Perfect.
I would
Thank you
love
so
I
much.
would love to see what SideTake will be in the
Thank you
upcoming
so
months.
much. It's great to hear that so many people are so excited about the platform as well.
Yeah.